Hello and welcome to another Aberdeen Magazine recipe. Today we are going to be making banana split bars. This is a fun recipe and it's super customizable depending on what kind of ice cream flavors you like. But today we're going to be making the vanilla variety. So here are the ingredients that you're going to be using. We have vanilla ice cream, about 4 bananas, some hot fudge sundae topping, some crushed graham crackers, Cool Whip, and then for garnishing, you're going to want maraschino cherries and sprinkles. This recipe is super easy, so if you're looking for a quick dessert, if you need to take a dish somewhere and you don't have that much time, or if you just want something fun, like a sweet treat to make, this is a really good option. It's just a bunch of layering, so basically everyone can do it. It's very, very simple. So you're going to take your crushed graham crackers and just sprinkle them on the bottom of your baking tray. I used about 4 or 5 graham crackers crushed up for this. Depending on the size of your dish, you might use a few more, you might use some less, but make sure that it is spread in an even layer on the bottom here. After the graham crackers are spread on the bottom, you're going to take your bananas and put them in an even layer on top of the graham crackers. So I just laid down some parchment paper for this next step. You could do this on a cutting board. I had my ice cream setting out, so I guess when you are crushing your graham crackers, when you're cutting the bananas, take the ice cream and the Cool Whip out of the freezer just so they have a chance to soften up and they're a little easier to work with for this next step. So I actually found it was pretty easy to layer the ice cream when I cut it up into little sections like this. And then it's a little hands-on, but I just put layers of the ice cream in my baking dish here. I'm doing about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. This is another thing that you can kind of decide on your own taste if you want. I kind of just layer the ice cream. I know it's weird working with ice cream in your hands. You don't do that all the time, but okay, that's why I put the parchment paper down. You might not use the whole container. The first time I made this, I made it in a 9x13 and I did end up using the equivalent of a whole carton. We did the half and half. We did the strawberry and the vanilla. So we used about half of each. It's good to get an even layer, but if it's not perfect, that'll be okay. Ugh. All right, so now if you are using a jar of hot fudge topping, you can put it in the microwave for 30 to 45 seconds just to soften it up so it's easier to spread. But if you check out the published edition of Aberdeen Magazine or check out the story on the website, we do have a recipe if you would like to make a homemade fudge topping. So either one of those is going to work great. So we're gonna pop this in the microwave. Once you have your hot fudge warmed up a little bit, you can just go ahead and spread that on top. Kind of have to work quickly with this step because it's hot and you don't want it to solidify too much. If it gets mixed in with the ice cream and you get kind of a swirl pattern, that's okay. There's one more layer that goes on top, so you're not going to see this. Just do a quick spread, make sure that is even, and then you're going to put this in the freezer for about half an hour just till it firms up, the hot fudge isn't so hot anymore, and then we can put the Cool Whip on top. All right, once this has been sitting in the freezer for about half an hour and the fudge is cooled off, you can go ahead and get your Cool Whip, and we're just going to put an even layer on top, and that's going to be the final layer of this. Kind of work in little chunks because I don't want to pick up too much of the fudge, just so it's like a nice clean layer on top. I took the Cool Whip out of the freezer about when I started crushing the graham crackers, so it's super easy to work with right now. Depending on the size of your dish, you might not use the whole container. There. And you can kind of smooth it out. There. I think I'll just kind of, it'll be okay.
Will it?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
spent my whole night dreaming about a plot of land in Alaska. On the fence about buying.
All right, now it is time for the taste test. Time to try this out. I think I took too big of a bite. That's very good. I really like this because it's a way to get all the things that people like about a banana split in like a nice, very convenient spot. You don't have to do, I mean, you do have to do the layering and the assembling, but it's not like you have to balance it on a dish. I think this is a very good dessert if you are going to an event, you're going to a birthday party for someone. It's just very nice. It's fun. I like looking at the sprinkles on it. Thank you so much for watching this video and joining us for another Aberdeen Magazine recipe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on another one. Make sure notifications are turned on, and you can find the written recipe in a physical copy of Aberdeen Magazine, which you can find at businesses around town or online at aberdeenmag.com. Thanks.